live from the Dunkin Latte Lounge.
All right, welcome to the Dunkin Latte Lounge. And by the way, Dunkin Latte Lounge looking a lot like my house right now, but it's virtual, of course. My name is Garrett from Elvis Duran and the Z100 Morning Show. And we are pleased, super happy, New York's own Camryn coming to us from Long Island. How are you, Camryn?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, thank you for asking. I'm doing fabulous, by the way. So I think you have one of the most incredible voices I have ever heard. And I'm sure you hear that a lot, but I felt like the need to tell you personally, you have a great voice. Do you even realize how great your voice is?
I don't know. I just sing.
Well, we're going to talk about your story. We're going to talk about, getting to be a part of a group from a super group that was like, hey, we need to do something cool. All about it. So let's jump into it right now. You're from New York. You gotta love the fact that we're in the Dunkin Latte Lounge. Did you grow up on Dunkin' Donuts like myself?
Of course. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite donut or you're a munchkin kind of gal?
Both. I just like the basic pink donut with the pink icing.
Gotcha. So you're a plain donut, pink frosting, sprinkles or no sprinkles?
I mean, sprinkles add a little texture. So yeah, probably sprinkles.
All right. I'm more of a munchkin kind of person, but, we to each their own when it comes with it. But let's talk about music. All right. So having the opportunity just became from the fact of you asking your parents the simplest of question. Can I sing? Can I get lessons? And from there, you haven't looked back ever since, right?
Yeah. I've just always had a passion for singing.
So were you at home one day sitting in your room and be like, this sounds pretty good. Mom, Dad, I need lessons. And did it work like that? Or was it something that you led up to?
I think that I just always loved singing around the house. And I was like, Mom, can I start singing lessons? And she was like, why not? Sure.
Were you doing anything else where you're in the middle of playing soccer and softball and you're like, I like singing a little bit better?
I think that, I started playing like softball when I was little and I wanted to do everything and I wanted to try something new. And I loved listening to like Kelly Clarkson and Alicia Keys. And I was like, I want to be like them. And that's when I started singing and I asked for lessons.
I hope you wear your shoes when you perform on like Kelly Clarkson. I mean,
oh yeah.
So from there, I mean, you're still in school, right? You still go through school. You're doing school virtually, if anything, right now, right?
Yeah.
So is it hard to say, I want to become a singer and you get to become a part of a group and you start recording music and still try to have science class? Like, how did school work and recording music work out for you?
I really have to manage my time. Usually I'm working on music harder than school, but after school, like that's when I'll do stuff for singing and music. And then like on the weekends, I'll do anything I can for music.
So let's talk about how you got teamed up with Pentatonix and became a part of the Acapop. Was it something they approached you? Did you see like they were putting together a group? How did you guys team up?
My mom saw like an ad somewhere online. She was like, Cam, you should try this. And I was like, okay, why not? I didn't really think anything of it. I knew Scott Hoying was one of like the main producers for it. I was like, oh, this is really cool. And I tried out and then I got into the group and it's just been such an amazing adventure.
Now, was it an audition group? I mean, given if you're unfamiliar with the Pentatonix, I mean, please, but I mean, they are the extreme vocalists of all vocalists, where it sounds like there's instruments in a room, but it's all coming from their mouths. Like, does an audition just go straight vocals? Do you have to prove yourself to become a part of, like Pentatonix? Do you have to sound like you're playing the drums or, playing the horn at any point like they do in their group?
It really depends on how your voice like kind of works. Like if you mostly sing lower, you could be like playing like a bass, like a bass guitar, like you could sound like that. And
what about for you?
For me, I'm mostly doing harmonies and singing sometimes the lead because I'm just like mostly like an alto soprano. So that's like my range of vocal.
So I would be more like bass because of my voice solely off. So boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
We're not going to, well, you know what? If I want to embarrass myself, sure, but I'm not going to embarrass you on that. So you went from that group, you started making music. I mean, could your dreams come any truer? I mean, what is like how most kids your age, and I think you know that, are dreaming for one day to be where you are right now. So what's the next goal for you if you've already became a musician, you're singing, you're working with big name people? Like, what's the next thing? I mean, obviously a Grammy, maybe working with a big artist. Like, who would your dream artist be right now to work with?
Probably like a really good songwriter, maybe like Ariana Grande or Alicia Keys. Probably just like someone who really knows how to write a song and just build up and just like, I don't know, be themselves and just teach me how to be the best I can be.
You probably have more knowledge of writing a song than someone like myself. You know what I mean? So I think you're pretty good on that front. But I mean, this is the place to do it. This is your podium to say, hey, Ariana, I'm a pretty good singer. I would love to work with you. I'd love for you to write something for me to sing. Go for it. So this is your opportunity to say, hey, Ariana, look at me right now. And I'm sure she has somewhere, somehow in her team knows about you. I just have a feeling about that. That's just me.
Well, Ariana, if you're listening, I love your music. Please sing with me.
I love your music too, but I'll just sing along. I won't sing with you, but so Cam, can I call you Cam? Camryn, like what works for you? I mean, this is one of those things where you say, hey, this is what I want to be called. That's what we call you.
You can call me Camryn. It really doesn't matter.
Camryn, because it's funny because of like someone with Rihanna, when Rihanna first started coming out, pretty much around your age, she was, you can call me Rihanna. It was like tomato, and we all say, hey, it's your name, like it's you set the tone for the rest of your life. So if you want to be called Camryn, Cam, that's your thing. But like, as long as you're not like, just call me whatever. As long as you don't say whatever, this is like big brother talk now to you. People have to follow your rules. So don't leave the option open of like, hey, you just call me whatever. You tell them what to call you. That's just me.
All right, cool.
All right. So let's jump into some music right now. Let's talk about Ain't No Second Chance. Tell us a little bit about the song, and then we'll jump into a performance.
Well, this song I wrote almost 2 years ago, and I was really feeling inspired in my basement. I was like, I'm going to write a song right now. And it's about just not giving someone another chance after proving you wrong so many times. And yeah, just how some relationships are meant to be.
Now, are you in the business of naming names, or do you feel like you're the type of person that, just like Taylor Swift, doesn't want to name names, but you'll write and sing about your experience in a relationship?
I'd say I'm not really one to name names.
Okay, so very much like Taylor Swift, because I mean, every song Taylor Swift comes out with that revolves around a relationship. She never says who it's about, but she kind of puts a little bit of Easter eggs in the song or in the music video to say, oh, now we know who it is. So it's kind of like that. You don't want to give away too much, but you also want to concentrate about the music.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into it right now. This is Camryn right now with Ain't No Second Chance.
Gave me wrong information, had me wrapped around your finger, gave me no explanation, but for you it's hard to remember. I'm sitting on the floor crying to myself, how am I so dumb? I've been through this hell before, but I'm back at my start. Believe it when you say you would change, but really it's just you messing with my brain again. But I keep falling deep in your arms. second chance anymore. La 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 la. I was on the right track, finally lost feelings, but you came crawling back, and now I'm back at the beginning. You keep calling my phone just so you can go and leave me. I feel better alone, but I miss your feeling. I'm sitting on the floor crying to myself. How am I so dumb? I've been through this hell before, but I'm back at my start. Believe it when you say you would change, but really it's just you messing with my brain again. But I keep falling deep in your arms. I'm so done getting led on. I'ma play you a new song. It's called I Ain't Gonna Play Games Anymore. And I wish the best of luck to you, but there ain't no second chance anymore. La 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 la
Welcome back to the Dunkin Latte Lounge. That is Camryn. Ain't no second chance. And seriously, if you want, text me his name on the side. That's just me. That's just being a big brother right now, looking out. But do what you wish. But I think you did the right move by not mentioning any names. But I think he knows who he is, right? You think he knows who he is?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I think he knows who he is. All right. So before we get into the next, let's talk about being at home right now. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time, because you get to work on music. You get to still be a part of your life and not, just sucked into doing work. But you also just felt like you just started off your career. So how are you doing over the last 7 months of being at home during a pandemic?
Well, I've definitely been having so much time to work harder on my music and to just write as much songs as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing, just working.
Have you so aside from work, have you been able to sit down and binge a show, and whether it be Netflix or Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, definitely. When Outer Banks came out, I watched that show in like 2 days.
Can we, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about Outer Banks really quick. I think it's a very cool show, but the ending, how do they even come through? I didn't get. I was like, that is not. If you and I were to do that, that would not work out.
No, I have no idea. I know season 2 is coming out in 2021, so I'm definitely gonna binge that in like 2 days again. And I'm
of course,
it's over, but it's fine. New shows come along.
Yeah, no. Are you a John B kind of guy?
I don't know. He's okay. I think I'm more of like a JJ kind of person.
Oh,
JJ's
you know what?
funny.
I get it. You know what? I think it's because once the pandemic started, everyone was wearing those gator masks around their neck, so it kind of looked like John B. So I think that's why I kind of fell on the John B side, because I was like, oh, I'm wearing those. Maybe I'm John B. But that's neither here nor there to talk about. All right, let's talk about a song that I think we all can relate about over the last couple months. Stuck in 4 walls. So are we talking about how we're all living the last couple months? Is it something about totally not about that? Tell us all about it, Cam.
Well, I was in my basement because that's usually where I write. And I was like, I've been in this room for so long just writing songs. I'm like, I'm stuck in 4 walls writing these songs. And I just thought, I should write a song about that. And I just wrote about the pandemic and how everybody's kind of stuck in 4 walls and they can't really get out, but we can use our imaginations.
And if you do get out, please wear a mask. That's all we ask. I mean, that's very simple. It's such a simple song, but it's one of those things that in hopefully 5 years, you hear the song and you're like, oh, there's even that's a different meaning. Like that's the cool thing about music. You can interpret your own meaning to a song, even though you know the true meaning. But as a listener, as a fan, they can be like, well, I'm stuck in this relationship, or I'm stuck at a job that I can't get out of. And so it can relate down the road, not just inside these pandemic four walls.
Yes, it can mean anything that the listener wants it to mean. Like, people find any way to relate to a song, and it's just about using your imagination.
All right, let's get into it right now. This is Camryn, Stuck in Four Walls.
I'm sitting down, stuck in four walls. No way out, just some time. Like winter, summer, fall. Now we're in spring, and the flowers have sprung. It's been a long time since I've got to see anyone. I miss the days when I see my friends. You take it for granted now that everyone thinks the world is gonna end. Well, probably soon. But what can I do except the fact that everyone's crazy figuring out that we are all we have. So I got a plan that could last forever, maybe. We can fly a rocket ship and I'll land on top of the moon. We can build a house up there and I hope to see you soon. We can float on top of Mars, brand new cities, brand new cars. And in the end we'll mess up all again, but at least we made it this far. Doing online school, it's not the same. I'm stuck 24 hours of the day. It's better than nothing. I wanna do something rather than stay inside afraid. You cannot rain on my parade. So I got a plan that could last forever, maybe. We can fly a rocket ship and I'll land on top of the moon. We can build a house up there and I hope to see you soon. We can float on top of Mars, brand new cities, brand new cars. And in the end we'll mess up all again, but at least we made it this far. Oh, at least we made it this far.
All right, welcome back to the Dunkin Latte Lounge. My name is Garrett. That is Camryn. That was Stuck in Four Walls. And like we said, in a couple of years, it can mean a totally different thing from where we're at right now. So, all right, before we get into the last song, Long Gone, we want to get all your socials out there. I mean, you got a ton of followers as it is. So if you're watching this, you already are a follower of Camryn, obviously. But for all those that are becoming fans as they watch this, tell us all the socials that we can follow you on.
All right, so everything's the same name for YouTube, Twitter. Oh, not Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's at Camryn Quinlan Official, and you can find all of my music there.
Is it cool to see people dancing to your own music?
Oh yeah, it's so cool. It's what I want. I want people to enjoy it.
Do you write music now going, this will work on TikTok?
I don't know. I just kind of write whatever makes me happy and what I think people will like to listen to and relate to. And yeah, that's what I try to make people happy with.
All right. So before, once all this stuff happens in the world and gets out of here and we're able to go to concerts, what is two things? What's the first concert you would love to go see as a fan? And then what's the first thing you want to do? What's the first big show you want to do as an artist once the pandemic's over?
Well, when Ariana Grande comes out with new music, I definitely want to see her performances, and maybe Katy Perry. Taylor Swift came out with a new album and I want to see that live because I haven't been able to see Taylor Swift live, and I just want to see everybody.
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty. Do you have a cardigan now? Do you listen to Cardigan while wearing a cardigan?
Of course.
You have to. You have to. And by the way, Ariana Grande, Mariah Carey teaming up for a Christmas song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right. So I would just protect the windows. Don't listen to it very loud because once they hit those high notes, windows start cracking and dogs start like doing that. Like, what? Where did that come from? All right. And then what about you? What is the first big show your dream show you would like to do once everybody is allowed to start doing concerts again and people going to enjoy live music?
Probably like Madison Square Garden. That's just an amazing like seating area with everybody, and I loved seeing artists perform there. And yeah, that's definitely where I want to perform.
All right. So before we go, tell us about Long Gone, Camryn, and we'll jump right into it. And again, thank you so much for taking some time in the Dunkin' Latte Lounge with us. Tell us about Long Gone.
Long Gone is something that I wrote on the guitar. It's just about missing someone. It could be a friend, it could be an ex, it could be anybody, and you just can't really make the connection back. It's just someone you just kind of have to let go.
Do you want to tell me his name?
No.
And hopefully it's not about the first person. I'm just saying.
No.
All right. So Camryn, thank you so much for everything. Make sure at Dunkin' Latte Lounge, use that hashtag when you're watching this. Tell your friends, hey, I found this person. Or if you already know, become a bigger fan of Camryn as I have become over the last couple of months. Camryn, thank you so much. This is Long Gone with the Dunkin' Latte Lounge.
I wanna call you. I'm wondering where you've been. I miss talking to you at 3 a.m. when we're bored. Now I'm just ignored. I tried to text you, but you didn't respond as expected. But it's been long since I've heard your voice. Wish I had a choice. And it's too bad, 'cause my parents really liked you. And it's so sad, my friends rooted for us too. You're long gone. You're long gone. Mom always told me never cry over boys, but I'm lonely. I try not to make a noise to be real. This isn't ideal. Just keep your cool. Show him you're better off. He's a fool to leave you. I've had enough. This is wrong. Okay, thanks, Mom, but it's too bad, 'cause my parents really liked you. And it's so sad, our friends rooted for us too. You're long gone. You're long gone.
Thank you so much, Z100, iHeartRadio, and Dunkin' for listening. If you like my songs, make sure you follow me at Camryn Quinlan Official.
Live from the Dunkin' Latte Lounge.